Greetings. Welcome back to another cup of conversation, perhaps some food for thought with me, Nidra Simmons. I am coming on to have a cup of conversation. And I guess I want to entitle this one Feelings. I gotta get my words, my mouth right to talk about this one. Feelings. Why do people think that others don't have feelings? All humans have feelings. Whether they show it or not, we all have feelings. And what I try to do, and sometimes I fall short, so I'm not perfect, and I don't think anybody out there is perfect either, but we need to sometimes be considerate of other people's feelings. When I talk, I try to talk and tell the truth. I understand that some people can't handle the truth. I talk about how I like honesty, and I think honesty is the best policy. But sometimes, plain honesty can hurt, and it can, affect somebody's feelings, emotions. And if it does, like I just always say ouch, and keep it moving. Because it's best to know how somebody feels up front than to sit there and have your time wasted. It's funny that I had made a post about this, well, actually, I think I went through the emotions first before I made the post. But nevertheless, usually whatever I talk about, trust and believe, I am tested on it. So I do have to be careful about what I say. And those that have the same ability, when you try to help people and you talk about other people to help them, and there's a situation that you've experienced that was rough for you, but you made it through, there's always going to be a test to see if you made it over what you're talking about. Even though what I'm talking about may not be for me, it's for somebody else. But for me to be able to speak it, I have to have overcome it. The sting has to be gone so that I can move forward and not be influenced by it anymore. That is probably something said, easier said than done, but truth be told, hey son, that sun feels good because it's cold out there. And I still don't have a jacket on, I'll be all right. But, yeah, this whole conversation was about feelings. And we as individuals, we express how we feel. Sometimes when we express how we feel at that moment. And then, time passes by, you don't speak with somebody for a day or two, possibly a week, and their life still goes on and your life still goes on. But that doesn't stop the fact that, people hang on to what other people say. And, part of the reason why, where am I going? Okay. Part of the reason why we hang on to what other people say is because either something that they said affected us on an emotional level, or something that they said, they agreed to it, or something that they said that made a lot of sense. So we hang on people's words because it has meaning to us as individuals. I'm learning that I need to take what people say like a grain of salt. And what do you do with salt? You add it to food for flavor. So I'm just going to just listen to what people say and take it as a grain of salt. When it applies, I'll think about it. If it's something that they're saying that might mean a lot of something, I have depth to it, I won't add that to my food unless I have an action that follows that. Because people can talk, and some people have the gift of gab. But all that talking don't mean nothing if you ain't got no proof behind it, no evidence behind it. And I have lived long enough to know that talk is cheap. And that if somebody's going to talk to me on a level of, oh, well, I want to make a change, make a difference, be a part of, or whatever the case might be, to me, and on an intimate level of what the case might be, I am going to hear what you have to say because I'm respectful. But I'm not going to add that salt to my shit unless I want to. Part of my French. Okay? And I'm saying it rough like that because people think that they don't see what you're talking about. They're going to just say what they want to say because they think they got you on their finger. Okay, you keep thinking that because you're going to get in touch with the wrong one and going to let you know, no, I'm not wrapped around your finger, Bookie. Yeah, there's passion behind what I'm saying because it's an emotion. You know, I try to do unto others as I would like done unto me, I don't get the same return all the time. Sometimes I go through the emotions of things and just deal with it because it's something that I'm going through. I look at everything as a lesson. And sometimes these lessons can hit me on an off day. I'm human. I have feelings. I have emotions. So this whole conversation is just to tie into, by me giving you some examples because I'm transparent. Say what you mean what you say. Don't just say something to somebody because you think you're going to get something in return. If you have no intentions of trying to get with somebody, make that known up front. Stop wasting people's time. And I'm saying this because you need to stay your behind right there because you see me coming. Thank you. I'm saying this because, and I'm saying this too for the empathic people that don't want to hurt people's feelings, so you hold back and you don't say nothing because you think that it might hurt their feelings. Fuck that. Say what you got to say and get it out in the open. And please, if I'm saying a lot of negative words, they're just words made up. Nobody give it power but you. But on a serious note, stop playing with people's emotions. And to you empathic people, speaking to myself, put on your big girls, boys, underpants and say what it is that you need to say and get it out there in the open. So that you're not playing with their emotions, because karma is real. You play with somebody's emotions, it's going to come back to you. And it's not going to feel good when it comes back to you. Even though when you were trying to save somebody's feelings, you were trying to be careful and cautious, it's not going to come back to you that way. Bottom line is, you know what you feel, be honest with what you feel and what you're going to say, and mean what you say and stick with it. Because when it comes back to bite you in the behind, it's not going to feel good. It's not going to look at the fact that, well, I was being compassionate and trying to be kind and say it in a nice way. No, Bookie. It's going to slap you in your face as hard as a brick. And you're going to have to deal with that emotion. And you're going to have to stay calm because you don't want people to pick up what you're feeling. And it's not everybody's business. So you don't want to blurt stuff out there and give up too much information than you need to. So bite the bullet. Be honest. Say what you need to say. Mean what you say. And at that point when you say it, you can tell them, listen, this is coming out of love. If it's coming out of love. But you got to be honest. Stop wasting people's time. Let them make that decision if they want to be with you. The choice is not necessarily up to you. You can like somebody a lot, and they don't give a darn about you. You can't paint the picture to make them like you. They're going to feel what they want to feel. You're going to feel what you want to feel. Just be honest up front and let the decision be made. Because you don't know, it might be a blessing in disguise that thing that you're hoping for don't happen. So be considerate. I turned in the wrong way. I do this every time. But be considerate of your emotions, your feelings, and be considerate of others. And understand that everything may not work in your favor. And just because you want something bad enough doesn't mean that it's going to be what you want it to be. So I'm saying this all out of love with the intentions of helping other people. I am trying to come to you as real as possible. I'm trying to come to you as honest as possible. Just be mindful and considerate of other people's feelings. I still believe honesty is the best policy. It's the best way to go. And you leave the pathway open for the situation to go where it's supposed to go. So love yourself, forgive yourself. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.